Hello and welcome back. It's puzzle time with Sudoku Sleuth, and today we're playing Kropki Paperclip. Now, when you look at the actual grid, which I'll bring up in a moment, you definitely see the paperclip. I'm not sure I really see the Kropki part. It really seems more like a German whisper paperclip to me. So I really probably should have drawn this in the thumbnail as a green paperclip more than the traditional sort of silver color. But you can see, of course, Sleuth here carefully studying this paperclip. I'm sure the magnifying glass is going to reveal tons of information as we're going to do so in a moment. What else do I want to mention before we jump into the puzzle? So, yeah, 12 drummers a drumming? Is that the name of the puzzles? Yeah, 12 drummers drumming. So somehow, I totally missed the reference to Christmas songs until I saw the very next day 11 pipers piping. And I think you guys may have seen me comment about that in one of my previous videos, that I was essentially planning to do like a Christmas special, a series of 12 starting from Christmas Day and for the 12 days of Christmas. But it seems like Will has beaten me to the punch and he's doing it in reverse chronological order, almost like counting down to Christmas. So next time you see any of the videos, there'll be Christmas decoration, maybe Christmas hats, at least for any of the thematic ones. So I hope you don't mind that we're starting the Christmas festivities a little bit early on this channel. Right, enough said about all of this. Let's take a look at the puzzle. We are playing Kropki Paperclip by Tingo. And I think you can immediately identify the paperclip in the middle here. Just very clearly stands out from everything else. But like I said, it feels more like a German whisper paperclip than a Kropki one. But Kropki is definitely around all over the place, so I'm sure the name is for good reason by Tingo. Right, rule sets. Normal Sudoku rules apply. So that means place the digits 1 to 9 in every row, in every column, and in every 3x3 box without any repeats. Unique digits 1 to 9. Green lines are German whisper lines, so many of the regular viewers of this channel are going to be familiar with this. So that means, for example, if this is a 2, this is a low digit, we have to be 5 or more apart. This will have to be a high digit. In that case, 7, 8, or 9 are the only digits that are 5 or more apart. Now, what you'll see happens here, is essentially you oscillate between low digits, high digits, back to low digits. If that was a 7, to be 5 or more apart, this would have to be 1 or 2, although I've already placed 2 in the column, so it'll be a 1. And that pattern revolves all the way around. So use that to solve today's puzzle, really. Cells joined by a white dot are consecutive in value. Let's pick this white dot here as an example. If that's a 2, this cell is connected by a white dot to it and therefore must be consecutive. That could be a 1. 1 and 2 are clearly consecutive, as is 2 and 3. That is clearly consecutive as well. So that would be valid pencil marking of this white Kropki dot. We also have black dots. If I try a 2 in here, for example, with this black dot, this cell has to be in a ratio of 2 to 1. That could literally be 2 to 1, or it could be 4 to 2. Essentially, one of the cells in this black Kropki dot is the double of the other. Now, not all dots are given, so the fact that I have a 2 and a 1 in here, for example, in the cells, that's not a problem. I don't have to have a white or black dot between them. No negative constraints apply today. Similarly, for the XVs, which we'll explain, for example, we have cells joined by V sums to 5. So these two cells have to sum up to 5. That could be 1, 4. 1 plus 4 is in 5, or 2, 3 as well. Lastly, we've got the X's. These two cells have to sum up to 10. If that was a 2, that would have to be an 8, so that on aggregate they sum up to 10. And once again, not all X's or V's are given, so nothing prevents me from doing 2 and 3 next to one another. Nothing prevents me from having 2 and 8 next to one another, even though there is no X here and no V there. Well, that's all the rules we have for today. I say all the rules. There's a decent number of rule variants today, but I think we're going to need all of them, given we have no digits in the grid whatsoever from Tingo. Now, if you want to unravel the mysteries of this paperclip, link will be in the description down below as usual for you to play along. And with that said, I'm going to restart the clock and see how I got on. So if you've seen me play German Whisper lines before, you'll see me almost always traditionally color it. I go for blue as in low digits from 1, 2, 3, or 4, and red as in high digits from 6, 7, 8, or 9. And really, they alternate. And it's quite helpful that, we already have the entirety of this line because of this V, since it can only be a 1-4 or a 2-3 pair. Whatever it is, they are low digits, and therefore we can essentially color all of the following cells as blue. Hopefully I picked the correct ones, and I really did go for every other cell. I'm gonna double check that as I fill in the red ones. These are all now high digits. Remember, oscillating from low and high. These are all going to be high digits. I think I got that right. We can actually place a digit in column 4, because essentially we've colored the entirety of this column except for the last digit. So these are 4 low digits. These are 4 high digits. Where does 5 go? This is the only place for it, and I tend to use gray as a nice neutral color. Box 8 here, I've already placed all the high digits. Therefore, these are the 2 low digits. Can I go any further at this point? Probably, but I think at this point there's probably enough easy digits for me to place. So, something about German whispers is to always think about not just 5s, but 4s and 6s. They are extremely constrained. For example, if I put a 4 in here, I've broken the puzzle, because both of these, to be 5 or more away, would have to be 9. So taking a look at column 4 still, which cell can actually afford to be a 4? Well, it's not this one I just picked, because that's 2 9s in the column. It's not that one. That's 2 9s in the column. 4 has to be up here on the Kropki dot with another low digit. So that's a 3-4 pair. These are 1 2. Unfortunately, either of these could be a 4, because I can definitely do a double 9 as such. But what I know for sure, though, is because whether it's 3 or 4, is that these are from 8 and 9. This is 8 or 9. This is also 8 and 9, because 1 plus 9 to make 10, or 2 plus 8 makes 10. So I've used my 8 9s. This is a 6 7 pair. This is another 8 9 pair. And therefore these, once again... Did I break it just now? No. Sorry, because 3 4 forcing an 8 9 around it, yes. 8 9 doesn't force a 3 4 around it, so no, I didn't break it. I do have one of these as a 6, so one of them has to have a 1 in here. One of them. And actually, the other one has to be a 2, because if it's a 7, if it's not a 1, it's got to be a 2. So that's a 1 2 pair, that's a 3 4 pair. These are now 1 and 2, because I've used the 3 4s in here. That's 3 4. 1 plus 4 is 5. 2 plus 3 is 5. And then another 8 9 with this 1 2 to get to 10. What else do we know? I mean, the thing is, like, I've written an incredible amount of pencil marking and all good deductions. It's just, it's not mounting up to any digits. So hopefully I just keep going, really. 3 4, that's a 1 2. This is, either a low digit as in another 3 4, or it could be a 5. If that's 4, that could be a 5, but I don't want to go down that route just yet. Here's something, though. That's not 4, because it's not surrounded by double 9. That can't be 4. Can't have 2 9s. That can't be 4. Can't have 2 9s either. So this is 1 2 3, 1 2 3 again. One of these for sure is a 3. Given this is only a 1 2, I've got a triplet. This is from 7 8 9. This is 1 and 2 at a minimum. So this is not 6, that's 7 8 or 9, and I also have a 7 8 9 triplet. So this is made up of 4 5 6. That's not 5. And I don't know what's what at this point. Surely I must be able to place some digits soon. I kind of forgot to color this one. I may as well carry on. What else could I do in here? This is quite tricky. I mean, I probably need to think about... Yeah, this can unfortunately be a 6, and this one can unfortunately be a 4, so it's not really restricting me. But actually, I've got 4 low digits. So this is a high/low digit. Sorry, a high/5. Well, the 5 can only be up here because of Sudoku, and this is the other high digit. And it doesn't... I can't seem to restrict it because, like I said, I can put a 6 in here with a double 1. Nothing prevents that at this point. But these, for sure, are from 7, 8, and 9. I'm pretty sure this is not a 7 because it needs to be surrounded by a 1, 2, and then that would break this cell. Yeah, so that's from 8 or 9. Neither of these could be a 4. That's not 4, that would be a double 9. That's not 4, that's a double 9. That's not 4, that's the 4. There we go, we've got digits now. We can actually place quite a few digits probably. Yep, 7 forced here, 6, 1, 1. Finally, a bit of a break-in. 1, 2. Nope, can't resolve the 3, 4, but that's okay. The 1, 4, these are now 2, 3, 2, 3. Technically, this is 7, 8, or 9. Yeah, can't be a 6 because I've already placed the 1, and that's a minimum of 2. So that's the 6. One of these is a 7 with a kind of 1, 2 pair around it. That's 8 or 9. This is now 2, 3, or 4, not a 1. Therefore, this is not 6. This is 7 or 8, and not 9 because it's in the column already. What's next? That's not 2, therefore that's not 8. In fact, that's not 2 either. That's 1 or 3. I strongly suspect this is somewhat resolvable from here. Actually, I get the 4 now because I've placed this 6. So that's 4. These are not 4s. This 5 gives me the 6 and the 5. More digits. So, apologies. Before I got distracted, I was basically saying I think this is somewhat resolvable. Because, you know, there's an X as well at the same time. I don't think... Yeah, Sleuth, come on. I never could have placed 3 and 7. Because they're only 4 apart, not 5 apart. So that's a 1, that's a 9, that's a 3. That has to be an 8 because 7 is too close. We've already established that. That's the 7. That 8 says this is a maximum of 3, can't be a 4. That's the 4. Therefore, that's a 9. Therefore, that's an 8. That 9 tells me that's an 8. That's a 2. And lovely, we've got plenty of digits. 8 looks at the 7, 8. That's a 7. Therefore, that has to be a 2. That's a 3. This is now an 8, 9 pair, forcing this to be a 7, forcing this to be a 2. 1 or 2 still works here, so can't resolve that. 8 and 9 is resolved with that 9. So that's 8, that's 9. And we better pencil mark some more puzzles, sorry, some more cells, because we've kind of solved a lot of them. So what do we have in here? We don't have 1 or 2, not 3, 4. So this is from 5, 6, and 7 in here, with a definite 6 in there. Then we have whatever this low digit is in there, which is a 1 or 2, plus 1 of 5 or 7, because the 6 is forced in here, and it's not 7. So this is a 6, 7 pair. There's another 1, 2 in here with a 5. That 1, 2, it's not there, it's in here. That's the 5, which also tells me this is a 3, 4, because that 4 could have been joined with a 5. Not anymore, it isn't. And therefore, all of these now are high digits. That's high, that's low. I don't know if I'm going to keep coloring, but for the moment, I am. 7, 8, this is 6 or 9. And 8, 9, this is 6 or 7. I mean, the 7 is in one of these two, but Got 1, 2. I've got another 3, 4, and a 5. So another 3, 4, a 5, and then one of 6, 7, 9. And it's not 9 because I've got an 8, 9 pair down here looking through that column. So that's the 9. So we have another 6, 7, basically somewhere in here. Another 3, 4, and a 5. Right, I did say we do need to go around pencil marking a bit more, didn't we? Or didn't I should say. So what can I do? Probably the black Kropki dots is where I should take it next, or horizontally maybe 9s, 8s. 8s are here. 7s are there. No, excuse me, 7s are here. 1s. 2s. 2 is on here, which is helpful. It's not 1, 2. That's 2, 4. That's all the low digits done. This is a 5, 6 pair. Not resolved. Anything else? Maybe not. 1s. 2s. 2 is placed. 4s. Yeah, pretty much. 5s. That's a 5. A 5. 6. A 5. And therefore we need a 6 with a 3, 4. I mean, assuming that this is a unique solution, I'm pretty sure that's not the 6, 4. That'll be the 6. That'll be the 3, 4. That'll be the 7. But as usual, we don't want to assume uniqueness. We want to prove it is. So I am going to ignore this and, look at it again later with a different lens. More Sudoku at the top. That's a 5, for example, but 5 can never be on a black Kropki dot. That's the 5. This is not 3, 6, and it's not 8. This is from 1, 2, 4 with a definite 2 in it. Only way we can join that all. And therefore that's the 4, that's the 2. Then to complete this, we've done all the... No, we haven't done all the low digits. I've only got 2 of them here. Third one there. I need a fourth one with a 7 and a 9. 7 is up here. No, I'm not going to write all these options. I'm going to leave it as it is. I mean, having said that, I may have to, because I'm kind of running out of things to pencil mark unless I'm a bit more aggressive. That's not a 2, Sleuth. Pay attention. That's the 2. We can just place it. Therefore, I need another 1, 4. I mean, I will write that in. 1, 4, 7, 9. That's not a 7. There's a 4 looking right at it. That's not 1. That's a 1. That's not 1 or 4. That's a 7, 9. Neither of these are 1 now. There's a 4 in here. That 1 is resolved. Maybe time to go horizontally, just thinking about what's available. So what do we need in here? We need another, I mean, let's do this row. It's a bit easier. Done all the low digits. We need 8 and 9. 7 and 8. Not resolved. What do we need in here? So we need 1, 2, we've done it. 3, 4, we need a 3, 4, a 6, and an 8. So I mean, the 6 and 8 are not here. Sorry, and a 5. Yeah, that still works. 5, 6, and 8 are all not in this cell. So that's the 3, 4. And that's a 3, 4 pair. This is now a 5, 8 pair. And here's the 6. So I did prove kind of that this is the 6, this is the 3, 4, this is the 7. That's the 7 now. That's the 3, 4. That 5, I mean, that was there for a while. So that's the 5, that's the 1. That 3 gives me a whole bunch of things. 4, 3, 4, 3. How is that? I meant to write 3, 4. So that's 4. That gives me the 6 and 7. That 4 was there all along looking at this. So, excuse me. 7, 4, 8, 7. We're running out of pencil marks again. 8, 5. What do we have in here? We have 3 and 6, I'm going to say. Yep, not resolved. What do we have in here? We have 8 and 4. That 4 helps me. 4, 8. Yeah, we do have the 1 and 2 because of this 2. So now we need a 3. 6. That 6 gives me the order. That's 6, that's 3. I need a 1 and a 9. And then to complete the column, 7. I mean, that 4 was there ages ago, I think, and therefore that's a 9, that's an 8. So that was resolved a very long time ago. And then we need in here 3 and 8. That's the 8, that's the 3. And then we're pretty much at the finish now. That's 3. And then to finish off, I need 4. No, I've done the 4. Sorry, the 3 here gives me the 6, 3. I need 9 and 6, and therefore 6. And if I'm not made any mistakes, 9 for today's finish. It's a lovely puzzle, Tingo. I mean, clearly, with the introduction, I disagree with the name. It really does feel like a German whisper paperclip, if that even makes sense. But a pretty straightforward puzzle, lovely for the middle of the week. Hope you guys agree and you enjoyed the puzzle and the video. And see you back for the next one. Bye for now.